5 hidden options that car companies don't want you to know about. Have you ever wondered why certain models in Europe, Asia, or North America have different features, even though they seem to be the same vehicle? In other markets, are efficiency or safety modes activated that aren't enabled in your country? This isn't random. It has to do with local regulations, marketing strategies, and sometimes with the company's desire to maximize their profits or maintain an image of exclusivity. What leads us to reveal these truths? Knowledge is power, and in such a competitive market, brands often take advantage of the average consumer's ignorance. Number 1. Hidden settings in the vehicle's computer. ECU. The ECU, engine control unit, is the brain of the modern car. Inside it, there are multiple adjustable parameters that, in theory, could enhance and optimize performance, improve fuel efficiency, provide better engine response in specific conditions, or even modify the sensitivity of the pedals and the behavior of the transmission, such as, and potentially. However, most owners never touch these settings, partly because brands don't promote them, and partly because it requires technical knowledge and specialized tools. Why don't companies disclose these hidden settings? One reason is the protection of the warranty and the limitation of liabilities. If a user changes critical parameters without knowledge, they could damage the engine or make the vehicle operate unsafely. However, another reason is purely commercial. Certain premium features could be unlocked with a paid software update, or they might be reserved for special editions of the same model. So, the manufacturer installs an ECU with the ability to enable different modes, but only activates some in the more expensive versions. In addition, these configurations influence brand identity. A manufacturer might adjust throttle and steering response to make a model feel more like it's driving sporty, while another, with the same platform, is perceived as more familiar. All of this can be done without changing mechanical components, just by varying parameters in the ECU. This creates distinctions between models, ranges, and regions. The same vehicle could have different settings in Europe and Latin America, reflecting different emission standards, fuel qualities, or local driver preferences. The good news: there are specialists in reprogramming, independent technicians, or specialized shops that can access the ECU software and unlock hidden functionalities. For example, you can achieve an improvement in torque, a more efficient fuel mapping, or the activation of additional driving modes. However, this could void the manufacturer's warranty, which is why the brand doesn't want you to know, as long as you're under warranty. They'd rather you stick to their rules and pay for their official updates. Another aspect is cost savings. Companies make a single ECU for multiple markets and versions, limiting some features via software. This avoids the cost of designing unique components for each variant. However, it means that your vehicle could have more potential than you think. With the right information, you could adjust the power curve, the sensitivity of the gas pedal, and even the top speed, within safety limits. Number 2. Special maintenance programs and unadvertised extended warranties. Many times, when you buy a new vehicle, the dealer talks to you about a standard warranty, for example, 3 years or 100,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. However, there are internal programs, warranty extensions, or additional insurance options that aren't always openly offered. These tools, in theory, could protect you against costly failures after the original warranty expires or cover certain components that normally wouldn't be included in the standard coverage. Why aren't these extensions promoted? In some cases, brands prefer to reserve these offers for customers who are aware of them and request them, or those with closer ties to the dealership, such as corporate fleets or repeat buyers. The idea is not to popularize too much a benefit that could cost the company money if it becomes widespread. Additionally, these programs may have specific conditions. For example, you might be eligible for an extended warranty only if you have all your maintenance performed at authorized dealers, or if you pay an additional annual fee. This fine print is rarely discussed clearly during the sale of the vehicle. Likewise, in some markets, brands offer goodwill campaigns or special customer service for certain known defects. These are free repairs or significant discounts even outside of the warranty. The goal is to keep customers happy and prevent them from complaining publicly or taking legal action. However, such programs are not advertised on the official website or in brochures. On the contrary, They are applied selectively and discreetly when the dissatisfied customer insists and knows that these options exist. Another little-known aspect is the existence of alternative maintenance plans. For example, a manufacturer might have a backup service plan with longer or different intervals than those officially recommended, applicable under certain conditions. While the company doesn't advertise it, it's possible that when faced with a well-informed customer, the dealership will acknowledge the existence of such plans. This allows for savings on maintenance costs without losing the warranty. Likewise, there are guarantees on specific components. For example, certain parts of the powertrain may have a longer warranty than the rest of the vehicle, but the dealer does not always mention this unless the customer reports a fault and demands recognition. This is because the brand doesn't want a flood of minor claims. If the user is unaware of the extended warranty on certain components, they'll end up covering the repair costs, maximizing the company's profit. Number 3. Technological features limited by software. Most modern cars offer infotainment systems, connectivity, Bluetooth, compatibility with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, driving assistance, cameras, and sensors, among many other innovations. However, no. All the technological capabilities of the vehicle come unlocked from the factory. Often, brands limit certain functions to higher versions or premium packages, even though the hardware is already installed in all variants. A common example is wireless CarPlay. Your car may have the necessary hardware to connect to your phone wirelessly, but the brand only enables it in the highest ranges. Similarly, integrated navigation systems, advanced voice recognition, or the ability to update software remotely might only be available after paying for a subscription or purchasing an extra package. This isn't due to technical limitations, but rather to commercial policies and market segmentation. Why do companies do this? The answer is simple: maximize profits. By selling the same vehicle with different levels of software, they can extract more money from customers looking for advanced functionality, without incurring additional production costs. The hardware is already there, installed in all models to simplify the production chain, but it's locked by a digital key that only the brand can activate. In addition, this approach allows companies to adapt to future trends without redesigning the car. Just update the software and charge a fee. In this way, the vehicle becomes a platform that can receive new features over time, but each update comes with a price. This business model is similar to that of mobile apps. Basic features are offered for free, while premium ones come at a cost. However, there are ways to unlock these limited features. Workshops and specialists in automotive electronics can reprogram the infotainment system, enable wireless CarPlay, add hidden menus with extra data about the vehicle's performance, or even activate the rear-view camera while in motion, something that is sometimes disabled for legal or safety reasons. Of course, this could void warranties or go against the manufacturer's terms of use, which is why the brand doesn't want you to know. Lack of transparency also affects customer experience. Many owners are unaware that their car could offer more. If you knew about these limitations, you might reconsider buying the premium package up front. Would you negotiate the price more firmly, or would you wait to find an external specialist who can activate the feature you want? Number 4. Deliberately restricted safety and durability settings. Another less obvious aspect is how certain design decisions and software settings can affect the safety or durability of the vehicle. Brands sometimes limit brake response, steering, or engine efficiency to create a specific feel or to comply with local regulations without revealing the car's true capabilities. So you could have brakes that are more sensitive, stability systems that react faster, or engines that perform better, but the company prefers to keep it somewhere in the middle. Why would they do this? The reasons are varied. On the one hand, it may be due to regulations. Some countries impose emissions or noise limits, forcing the brand to throttle the engine to comply with the standard. However, nothing stops the manufacturer from leaving the door open for a different driving mode, which could be activated by software in another market. On the other hand, durability is a factor. If the vehicle operates right at the edge of its capacity, the components wear out faster. Limiting performance ensures a longer lifespan for the parts and helps avoid warranty claims. The manufacturer can also tweak these settings to differentiate models within their own lineup. For example, the engine of a midsize sedan and that of its sporty version can be identical, but the sporty one simply has certain performance parameters enabled. This justifies charging more for the sport version, even though there isn't much difference in the hardware mechanically. Another phenomenon is downclocking, or intentional limitation. Imagine that your vehicle has a turbo engine that could deliver more power, but the company configures it for fewer horsepower, thus ensuring reliability in extreme conditions. However, in premium markets or models, the same engine delivers more power, with no modifications other than those in the software. Less informed drivers may not realize their vehicle is factory capped, while those who do find out may choose to reprogram the EQ or install performance chips. As for safety, while it is not common for critical features to be limited, there may be adjustments to driving assistance systems that change their sensitivity. For example, a lane-keeping assist might be stricter in certain regions and more lenient in others, depending on the policies of each market. This is done without informing the user, who assumes that the system works the same everywhere. Number 5. Internal menus and customization options in the infotainment system. We can't forget the hidden universe within the vehicle's own infotainment system. Beyond the functions blocked by software, there are internal menus and customization options that aren't easily accessible from the standard interface. These menus can include detailed diagnostics, graphical settings, more advanced sound adjustments, or even the ability to change the language or region of the vehicle, thus altering the logic with which the car operates. The reason for hiding these menus is to maintain tight control over the user experience. If the driver had access to all the internal parameters, they could unknowingly modify crucial elements, leading to usability issues, incompatibilities, or even security failures. In addition, the brand prefers to charge for certain aesthetic or functional updates rather than detain the user. Free access. They could activate things on their own. Some curious owners discover key sequences or combinations on the touchscreen that open service menus. These combinations are often used by dealer technicians and mechanics to diagnose problems, adjust sensors, calibrate cameras, or reset parameters after major maintenance. However, nothing prevents an informed user from using them, except the fact that these sequences are not publicly disclosed. Still, online forums and communities collect this information and share it, allowing some adventurous owners to access their vehicle's digital innards. What kind of adjustments can be found there? For example, options to change the measurement units beyond the normal settings, access to detailed fault reports to anticipate repairs, reconfiguration of steering wheel buttons, or even activating comfort features, like opening and closing all the windows from the remote. Some brands limit the range of the climate control or the way information is displayed on the instrument panel. By having access to these menus, you could customize the interface to your liking. However, the brand doesn't want you to know this because you might ruin the carefully crafted user experience, discover features you shouldn't have without paying, or even create problems that would require a trip to the dealership. From the manufacturer's perspective, keeping these menus hidden ensures that only trained personnel loyal to the brand use them.